Akademiks, and check it out now. It's all over, people. It's all over. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, as we look back on the career of Tekashi 6ix9ine, there's a lot of lessons to be learned here, okay? First and foremost, it's very important to know that a lot of times what makes you successful is a lot of times what brings you down. And if you don't understand that, you probably won't understand this whole story. The people that surround you, that help build the image, that support you, is a lot of times what continues and fuels the same thing which brings you down. Hip-hop, I keep saying, it's a very hypocritical genre. He's fake, he's fake, he's fake, till you realize maybe he did some stuff, then he's dumb. Now, again, listen, me being in a very peculiar position, because you're going to see this angle, and I'm going to get it out of the way now, right? A lot of people are like, well, Ak, you were around him, you're cool. How could you see your man go down like this? Man, I had a conversation with 6ix9ine, and this was probably in February, okay, in a very dusty Brooklyn apartment, and I said, bro, you know where all this leads. You know how associating yourself with certain people, you know how carrying yourself in a certain way, you know how pushing certain type of things, violence, and you know if you continue that, where that leads, and ultimately, he made his choice. That's not something I could control, okay? Regardless, that's still my friend. I don't care, right? Because my friendship with him was not that. My friendship with him was on a one-on-one level, and I still am friends with him. So while I do this story, I have to explain why people are going to say, yo, Ak, why didn't you prevent it? I can't tell him how to operate on the street level. He only really ever deferred to me for advice in promotion and also career and music advice. Street shit, how they handled beefs, if they wanted to beef, other issues pertaining to the street, believe me, Akademiks was not consulted, nor would my opinion ever be listened to. Now, I had that conversation with him back then because I saw the inner workings of how things were going on around him. However, I'm not the person who could stop anything. I'm not no one's father. I'm only a friend. Gave him the advice back then, and ultimately he made his own choices. So I'm not here also to cop pleas for him. And if you think I'm going to do that, I'm not. Now, let's get on to the indictment that was on seal today. Tekashi 6ix9ine was arraigned along with 4 other people. And the people that you wouldn't know, Shotti, who was rumored to be his manager, Crippy, the guy who got shot at the thing with the executive at the restaurant after he beat the case, or not beat the case, but he got off on probation. So the guy who got shot in the stomach, he got charged again, and also Shotti got charged with 6ix9ine. Now I'm going to make this short and sweet, because there's other gentlemen included in this, and they're really trigger men for random shootings. And if you know about 6ix9ine, there's a bunch of shootings that have happened or occurred, again, at people that he was in problems with. And again, maybe you have not connected to him. However, the cops have connected those shootings to him. Now, let me just go through the charges, and I'll tell you exactly what he's facing and what the other guys are facing. But we'll really focus on him, okay? Now, really, the maximum he's facing is life in prison, okay? And it's for like a couple of charges, but the main charge is using or carrying a firearm during and in relation to possessing a firearm in furtherance of a crime of violence which was discharged. Basically, a shooting, okay? Now, are they saying that he did the shooting, whatever shooting this is in question? No, but they're saying basically he, and this is why it's called a RICO charge. So he was really brought in on a RICO charge, RICO and weapons charge. And the RICO charge has these statutes in it to show why it's RICO, right? So they're saying basically somebody did a shooting, and they're saying it was a criminal organization thing, and they're pinning 6ix9ine in that criminal organization. They're using 9 Tr3y Bloods. If you don't know, Tr3yWay is a slang of 9 Tr3y Bloods, and they're saying 6ix9ine and the other guys are all a part of 9 Tr3y Bloods in this incident, and we're all complicit to some detail. Now, the max he's facing on that is life imprisonment, and the minimum, if he's convicted, is 25 years in prison. Okay, he's also facing for conspiracy, 20 years in prison. He's also facing another 20 years for a violent crime in aid of racketeering for another incident. He's facing 3 years for another racketeering charge, and also he's facing another life imprisonment charge for another incident where there was shots, or actually not shots, but there was a weapon brandished and it was a robbery. Okay, and that was a different incident, but all these carry a life imprisonment maximum. For that particular one, where the robbery it was taking place, they say he could get, if he's convicted, he would get minimum 7 years. Okay? And then pretty much the other charge that he's facing is another violent crime of racketeering for another incident at the Barclays, and pretty much that would be 3 years in jail. Now, it's 3 different incidents that they're really charging him with. One where Casanova's video shoot was shot up, another where there was a robbery, and another where there was a shooting at the Barclays. Here's the thing. The weapons charge, okay. You know what I mean? He could get a couple years if he just cops a plea to that, because pleas are going to be copped. Nobody wants to really go in court and really have your fate be determined by a judge and a jury, and you could spend life imprisonment. If somebody gives you 7 years, you're probably going to take it. Okay, maybe with good behavior, and maybe after serving the mandatory minimum, maybe get out 5. Whoever knows, right? However, what is going to be important here are some of these charges. There was one charge where someone was actually shot a innocent bystander, and they charged all of those dudes for that crime. Right? If they get everybody convicted on that, everybody's going to do probably 10 to 20 years. So I look forward to deals being cut. You never know if there's informants going to be in the case, but I'm just putting it out there that this is a situation where he could get out of jail in as little as 3 years, right? Again, this is if he doesn't go through trial. And even if he goes through trial, he might even spend 3 years, right? We haven't even talked about bail yet. But he could be incarcerated for 3 years all the way to life. Okay? Now, again, in reality, when you look at some of these charges, it's more like 20 to life or 25 to life. If he got convicted for the 3, most likely one of the 20 would also stick as well. Very unfortunate case. As I will say, a lot of people will make these accusations or commentaries or even comments about his career. But I've always said, and shit, I challenge him. I say, you don't need to do certain things. Yo, you should do things differently. And you know what? Everybody makes their own decision. Everybody is their own grown man. While I support him as a friend, I also cannot just look past the fact that he has a bunch of Fed cases. And for that, I wish him luck. I'm here to support him as a friend would. But being honest, it doesn't look good. And it clearly means he's severely fucked up. It's my guy, it's my homie. I don't care. I know what people don't like that I'm cool with him. It's fine. But again, friendship aside, he fucked up. This is what comes with it. There's no need to be like, oh my God, it's sad. Listen, I told him months ago, I said, yo, you know this is what is going to happen. So while people are shocked, I'm like, I knew it was a matter of time. And hopefully something falls his way because it's looking very bleak. Okay. Get in the comments, make sure you guys like them, subscribe to Akademiks. I'll try to establish contact with him, and when I do, if he does want to send a word to you guys, I will let you guys know. Okay, get in the comments, Akademiks.